Hi, this is Patty Hodge. Welcome to my channel. Today I was reflecting on my journey and how at certain moments just a word or a piece of wisdom or some loving action changed my life and moved me in a forward direction. And one of those moments was attending a spiritual workshop with a colleague of mine. And the person who was running the workshop was talking about what we can do when our needs are not being met. And he said there were really only three ways to handle that. The first way is ask somebody else to give you what you need. Well, that's Joseph. That's the first time he's appeared in one of my videos here. The second way is to give it to yourself. And the third is to learn to live without it. So those three options may not seem like very helpful if you're in a toxic relationship, or you never learned how to take care of yourself properly, or if you're not ready to do the acceptance thing. So one of the things that is emphasized in the ACOA program that I attend is or any of the 12-step programs actually, is the serenity prayer, which is, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So those three little sections kind of remind me of the three things that this person was talking about. Sometimes we can't get what we want from someone else as much as we want it. And if you've been a victim of childhood abuse, the reality is you probably were with people who could not give you what you needed, or would not give you what you needed. And so you're still suffering the effects of that until you do the inner work required to recover from that. And so you may have a deep mistrust of other people and don't feel safe asking for something. Or in my case, I know that I was in a very toxic relationship at one point in my life for an extended period of time. And if I let my needs be known, they were used against me. And so it created this very, very unsafe environment for me, which shut me down. And so I had to learn quietly how to give myself what I needed. And that was, really a lifelong journey. So the third, accepting or learning to live without it, is an acceptance piece. And that may be very difficult for some to say, okay, that's never going to happen for me. That's a suffering. And one of the other wise things that I heard years ago was from another colleague who said, suffering requires a witness. And that is something to really reflect on. If you are experiencing some kind of pain or suffering or strong emotional response to something, don't try to go it alone. Again, asking someone for help may be hard, but there is help available. And in one of my future videos, I'm just going to go briefly over kind of mental health providers you might go to for help, I should say, and maybe other things that you can just do for yourself to come through this period where you're in real pain. So those are just some short things to reflect on. I'd love to hear what you think about those things and what experiences you may have had when you were not getting a need met, and what happened when you asked someone, and what happened when you tried to give it to yourself, and where are you in the acceptance phase of that? I'm just not going to get that. Tell me. I'd like to know. Thanks. See you soon.